called Frosty Dinghy, and I'm the dolphin, and you're the flounder.
Well, I guess. I think it should be Dr. Parker, but... Hey, we got another episode of Frosty Dinghy. Cage Dolphin and the Flounder here.
We
How's
are
it
actually
going?
frosty today. We're extra frosty.
Well, I am not. I am in my completely unconditioned fucking house. It is about 97 degrees in here. My head is not quite glistening yet, but I'm sure by the end of the episode it will be.
97 degrees, huh? So
That's
why
warm.
don't you believe in the air conditioning, sir?
Well, when we bought this house, it has central air, but it actually fucking broke like 15 years ago, and no one has bothered to replace it. And when we bought the house, the people didn't do the fucking decent fucking thing and say, hey, the air doesn't work. Because had I known, I would have just fucking added an additional fucking amount onto the loan and fucking had them put in air conditioning. So, motherfuckers.
Do I need to send you my heating and cooling guy down there?
I tell you what, we had someone come in. I'm going to move the camera here real quick. Oh, shit.
All right, we get to see all kinds of stuff.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, so we had a heating and air guy come in, and they quoted us. So the house has boiler, radiant heat. The air conditioners, it's janky. It's old. I love the house. Old Wausau home. They did an addition on it. It's spectacular, but the heat and the AC just suck. So to actually run ductwork, put in a heater, put in air conditioner, the cheapest option's like $25,000. They want $10,000 just to run the ductwork.
That sounds about right anymore.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. It's expensive. So we're looking at other options. We had a couple portable air conditioners, but we never really properly vented them. Because all we got in this house is fucking casement windows, which doesn't do any good with those because you got to bend them outside. So we just bought something that will hopefully help that out. They'll fit into our casement window like a screen. It's plexiglass, so it's clear, and it's got the vent right to it, so that way you can just vent it straight out. So hopefully that'll help, because those portable air conditioners should work, but the only place we could vent them out to was the sun porch I'm sitting in now. And that just left the door open, and it was only so well. So
they got those new ACs that you put in rooms that work for like 2 or 3 rooms that go at the top. They're like individual things. They look like the old baseboard heaters, but they're on the ceiling. You seen those?
I've looked into those, like the Mr. Cool DIYs. If this doesn't work, I'm probably going to shell out for one of those systems, at least for the living room area, and hopefully some fans to push some of that cool air back to the bedrooms.
Well, like I said, my heating and AC guy just put them in his his uncle's house, and that's all they have are 2 of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 bedroom garage that they turned into a house.
Damn.
And that's all he runs for AC in it. I mean, the kitchen, dining room, and living room are all open, and then they got one back in the bed in one of the bedrooms as well, so they only have like 2 in there.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking at. Like I said, I think maybe I can get away with the one if I can cool like my living room, dining room area, get it back into the kitchen. I could put some fans up down the hallways and get it back to the bedroom, I'm sure. So
I could live in 100-degree heat and just be fine, but it's not really an option when it comes to like mold and mildew and stuff like that.
Well, luckily, I guess we haven't had any of those problems, but it's the only mold or mildew might be growing on my head from the sweat when it dries. That's about it.
Yeah, I walked into my basement the other day and it was about 2 inches of water.
Oh shit. No good.
Because my floor drain apparently isn't draining like it used to. It must have something stuck in it, so I figured that out.
Yeah. No, we're lucky enough. Our basement, my son's got his, suite down there. I've done a couple episodes from down there. It's got like a window AC in his bedroom, so it keeps the basement already cooler than what it is. It's still not cold. Don't get me wrong. It's not, but it's it's tolerable.
Yeah,
so.
I went outside today and was kind of just sat out there for a while because I liked it out there. So I don't know. The AC is the one thing I could give up and be perfectly fine with. It makes me sick most summers when I'm going in and out back and forth all day long.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, it's nice to have AC to cool off. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty comfortable out here right now. It's not terrible. It's, we're in the shades. It's 6:30 at night, so it's not as bad as it was at 2 this afternoon. So,
well, if you haven't noticed, our TikTok followers have jumped quite a bit through the roof lately. What I send you the first picture at 300, and now we're up to like 850 or something like that.
Yeah,
I reached out to something that I enjoy, and just started driving that aspect, and it's the Jeeps. See, I am a Jeep guy, and they are all Jeep people, and the Jeep people like supporting Jeep people. So I enjoy supporting Jeep people. So
that's awesome. I like it.
I did do something for you today, because I know I don't know if you've ever actually seen the Jeep or what I've done with the Jeep.
I saw it like 2 days after you bought it, and that was like the day after you hit a turkey.
Yeah, no, that's in the little the thing that I made for you. So I have to find my little share button again. I don't know why it keeps moving off of that. That is not the share screen that I wanted. There it is. So you should see this screen now, right?
Yep.
So this is the Jeep when I bought it. Notice the wheels and how close it is to the ground, right?
Yeah.
And this thing is in my way, and it won't let me push buttons. There it goes. So this is what you were talking about, right? Yep. When it that nice turkey that decided it wanted to live in my window, that guy, he didn't make it. I'm just saying.
It just really wanted in.
This is when it got out of the shop. Notice it's 4.5 inches taller and got different kind of wheels and stuff on it. Different tires anyway.
So first same wheels looks like.
And it made it till, it was winter. And then I decided to take it to Big Bend National Park, right on the Mexico border. And the side over here on the left, that is Mexico. The side on the right is America. And that's the Rio Grande running through the middle of it.
That's awesome.
So this is what I was driving through to get to the Jeep trail, which is on the Jeep Badge of Honor. You're supposed to get a little badge for going down it. This is the sign I came across.
Road not maintained.
Yeah, at all. And then the Black Gap is the road that is on the Badge of Honor trail, and you get a badge for. And that's the Jeep about to go down that. And then somebody standing at the sign, I didn't really figure we should put on camera. It wasn't me, but I am there. I'm the one driving. This is the big step up in the middle of the trail that makes it, part of the Jeep off-road community right there. The fact that it's about 6 hours away from anything that's like society, and then you have that going on as well.
So do you get a little run with you or something, or how the hell does that work?
No, there is a small little town called Terlingua, which is about 30 minutes from where I'm at, which you'll get to see a little bit of what the town looks like after the trail ride. But I know the GoPro stabilizes it a lot, so if you watch the front of the Jeep, you can actually see what's going on. This is the town. This is some of the town. So this is like the only restaurant, because it was during the COVID time that was open right here, was the Chili Pepper Cafe. So we went in there and had Mexican food like every day. And then this is literally the middle of town, the town that's there. It was so backwoods that you're not allowed to flush your toilet paper. Your toilet paper has to go in a container next to the toilet. You weren't allowed to use a certain amount of water. There was no internet. There was no cable. And then this is when I got the Jeep home and got it all cleaned out.
Nice.
So that was the little bit of the Jeep video of the trip down to Big Bend. I mean, the first night we were there, we went up into the mountainous part of it, and there's cabins up there that you can rent. But they're not like your normal cabins, right? They're, when you rent a cabin, it's just you and whoever you bring with you in one cabin, and then there's another one. These were connected cabins with open air vents in the top peak of the cabin throughout everyone's cabin. So if you were making so whoever was staying there, if they had kids, if they had pets, if anything, it was one long echo throughout the cabins. I mean, if you tried watching TV or anything like that, which they didn't have TVs, but if you brought like your cell phone and you could find a signal, everybody was watching your TV basically. Or every time you went to the bathroom, every time you went to the shower. I mean, it was nice. The trails and everything around there. It's just the lodging could have been a little bit better for that. And then the third day is when we went to Terlingua, which is down the mountain and over on the edge of Big Bend, which is right where Black Gap Trail is and all that stuff. But remember the movie Shooter with Wahlberg, and he's in Tennessee and he's trying to figure out if he could get paper patching done. Well, one of the lines in the movie is there was multiple shooters at JFK's assassination, and the second shooters are buried out in the desert by Terlingua, and he's still got the shovel. I can see that now because there's absolutely nothing there at all. People could disappear and you'd never even notice it out there.
Yeah, I believe that.
But one of the things when I bought the Jeep was I wanted to get all the Jeep badges that I could without breaking my Jeep, right? And
yeah, that's a good plan.
I had every ambition to hit every one of those yellow triangles all over North America and get Jeep badges until I tried getting my Jeep badge for going down Black Gap. It's been 5 years and they still won't even respond to me about giving me a badge at all.
What? Why is that?
I don't know. I know that on the app that you're supposed to drop a pin at the beginning of the trail, the middle of the trail, and the end of the trail to prove that you were there, right? So they can just give you a badge. But there's no service in the middle of Big Bend National Park, so I think that could be it, but I don't know. So I've sent them like 3 emails, and they haven't even responded to those, so we'll do a live chat one of these days. I'm going to end up with my badge.
All right.
But it might be a while. So how come you don't have a Jeep? I figured that'd be one thing that was right up your alley.
I'd love to get one, to be honest, but it's, I'm a cheap ass. I got 3 kids. I got a house mortgage. My kids are my Jeep,
You do realize that Jeeps are cheap.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I got the camper. I got enough toys. I don't need.
I mean, what are you driving? Oh, I guess you can't pull your camper with your Jeep.
No.
So that's one of the problems. I can see that. Can't really pull much with your Jeep other than other Jeeps out of shit. But the whole key is, that outdoor lifestyle and getting out and playing in it. And that's the number one thing I like about the Jeep.
Yeah.
Like you're going to see when we get, I'll be sleeping in the Jeep when we go to Rock and Roll. That's what I do every time.
I assume I got a spot reserved at this point.
They have been sent a message, but I have not received anything.
But it'll be me and the world's greatest wife and the 3 awesome kids. I think we're all coming over.
The 3 awesome kids are coming now, huh?
Yeah, yeah. So
that means I have to behave.
Yeah, honestly, I think they'll enjoy floating the river. I think they'll have fun with that. After that, my guess is they hide in the camper and play fucking Roblox on the fucking phones.
So we'll find out when we go to the golf outing if my T-Mobile cube is as mobile as I think it is, because I moved it to 3 different locations and plugged it in. So we might have internet. And if we have internet, we have unlimited TV with me because I have the Fire Stick stuff. So
nice. Yeah, we had a TV in the camper for a little while, and it didn't get pushed in one time when we went to slide in the slide, and it crushed it, folded it, and we've just never replaced it. So it was one of those things. The first year when we were camping all that time, it was nice to have it. I mean, we'd be out there for 2 weeks at a time. So there was times that was nice to just be able to sit back. Everybody's like, oh, why do you need a TV for camping? I'm just there for the weekend. I don't need it. But if I'm there for like 2 weeks, occasionally I just want to sit down and watch a little boob tube.
And what do you do when it rains?
Exactly.
You can only play so many card games before somebody wants to play Monopoly and flips the camper over.
Well, and 5 years ago, I had 2 12-year-olds and an 8-year-old. It was needed.
You can't play Go Fish for 25 hours a day?
No.
or I Spy.
The license plate game only goes so far.
The license plate game's probably hard to play when you're sitting in a campground and nobody's moving. It's the same license plates over and over again.
Depends on the campground. Some of those get pretty busy. You get to see some cool ones sometimes.
So Earl is going to pick up a spot right next to his, and then
Awesome.
Then I'll just have the guy park the camper there, and we'll be one big happy family up the hill away from the water, which I've never been before at Diamond Lake. So
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it will too. It'll just be different because every other time I'm literally sitting on the water. So
you've said I need a fishing license, which I've had for years. No big deal. What kind of fishing pole am I needing to bring?
You don't need one.
All right.
That is part of the surprise, sir.
All right.
You just need the license to operate what I may or may not have purchased.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. You'll enjoy it. You'll probably be you'll probably laugh your ass off for about 20 minutes, and then once the competition starts, you'll be right on board with it. So
is it the remote control boat with the little line coming off the back?
No, but now I might have to get that because that sounds like a good time too.
Have you seen those?
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking about now. I think that'd be a good time.
That one sounds like fun.
You only have what, 4 days left, 5 days left to figure out what it is.
Well, so I'll be there. What time does golf start Saturday?
I don't know. In the morning.
That would be good to know because I'll be leaving Saturday morning. So
I thought you were leaving Friday night.
Son's got baseball now in Underwood, a makeup game, so we have to. I won't be done in Underwood till probably 10, or maybe it'll just be 9, depending on if we decide to have a score a run this game.
9 or 10, huh? So you'd get there about the time that I'm still partying, huh?
Yeah, but I got work Friday morning, so I'll be up all day. We'll see how I feel, to be honest with you. If I'm tired, I'll just wake up early Monday or Saturday morning and go. If I'm feeling good, I'll probably just sleep Friday night. We'll see.
Oh, it's all right, man. One way or the other, we'll figure it out. I am looking right now because apparently I've been sent stuff that I don't know how to read. That is definitely not it. There it is. That's funny. That's hilarious. So everything that I'm reading that I got sent for the sponsorship flyer, does not give me a time.
Well, I suppose it'd be good to find that out.
I am working on it currently, which I have nothing but time, so I will get it figured out later today. Sound like plan?
Sounds good.
I'll have it figured out by the end of the podcast. So, do you have any goals for how we're gonna shoot at the whole charity event?
Well, my goal is less than 2 hockey fights.
Less than 2 hockey fights is probably a bit ambitious at this point.
Because anymore, my hands hurt way too much to throw. So maybe I got one good one left in me, but after that, it's over.
Well, I will let you and Earl duke out the first one then, and I will take number 2.
But as far as the score goes, I haven't even played all year yet, so I probably need to go into a rigorous stretching regime over the next week here, so I can maybe swing a club come Saturday.
I haven't swung a club in quite some time, and I'm going back to my philosophy of grip it and rip it and get laughed at by the internet. That's what we're shooting for.
Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, what else is there? It'll be our first live. Well, it will be the first live because you aren't getting there until Saturday. So it'll be the first live. Might as well just let them make fun of us the whole time. What do you think?
That's all right. I don't care. Bring it on, bitches.
So the old Steeler was awful excited when he heard you were coming, because he thought I was going to grab a different fourth.
I haven't seen Earl for a couple of years now since the last time. Well, it would have been probably 2019, I think. Time I went down to Oski, and so yeah, it'll be good to see him.
It's been a while since we've all been together.
Yeah,
and he said that he's calmed down quite a bit. So
well,
he isn't sure if he's going to be that exciting on screen for us. And I'm like, don't worry about it. We have a tendency to mouth off enough for everybody.
Well, I'm just going to say this. In basketball, there was Trey Parker, and there was Matt, and then there was Little Bitch. So Trey and Matt were the exciting ones.
Are you calling You calling Steeler a little bitch?
I would never.
Are you calling Steeler a little bitch already? That's what we're starting this out as?
I would never do that.
I am so sending this edited to him, so he is ready to go when you get there. And he can't drink anymore, so it's just going to be all pure hatred anymore. It's not going to be fueled by anything else.
Yeah. No, it'll be good to see him. It's been too long.
Couple minutes. Yeah. So, like I said,
as the kids like to say.
They still say that shit?
I assume so. I don't know. They do in my book.
That's skibbity.
Yeah. 6, 7.
Is that. So, what's this baseball stuff you wanted to talk about?
All right. So, you sent me a TikTok earlier today. Do you have this motherfucker queued up?
I may or may not have this thing queued up. Hold on. I'm looking.
So, we've talked multiple times about how we don't want to go to ballparks anymore and watch shit live, right? And let's be honest, I love baseball, but I have a hard time watching it, period. And one of the reasons is this video that I'm hoping you can share here in a minute. And
I got it right here.
All right, so let's watch this video. There we go. And if you don't know who that is, that's Angel Hernandez, the umpire. And you can go ahead and stop it there. Yeah. So the problem I have anymore, especially with baseball, is you have these fucking umpires that think they're better than everybody else. Like everybody in the crowd is there to fucking see Angel fucking Hernandez. You know what, Angel? Fuck you fucking loser. That is Bryce Harper, one of the fucking biggest stars in the game, especially the time that was done. And you're trying to show him up. You are a giant piece of shit. Major League Baseball umpires they don't get fired if they're shitty. You can blow every call all season and they can't fire you. You can't get fined. They're not responsible they don't talk to the media. They can be biggest pile of shits in the fucking game, and fucking Major League Baseball is just like, well, we can't do anything. It's a fucking union. No, fuck them. Fuck them. Get that motherfucker out of the game.
It's the same thing that's going on in every sport right now with them, is it not?
I mean, well, and don't get me wrong. I have officiated high school, youth, obviously, not MLB. Thank you for being an official. Stop sucking so fucking bad. Stop thinking it's all about fucking you fucking.
So look at.
So right there will be right there will be a moment when we make this TikTok. The damn it Flounder can come up, right? Because I was about to say something I shouldn't have said.
There's been like 900 fuckings in the last 30 seconds. I'm just saying.
Well, that's all right.
I might have to type in the extra strength don't let minors watch this button.
But no, I mean this
guy, the one where you have to be 18 or older.
This guy thinks he is the game. And it's a joke. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. And baseball is now, I mean, they're making all these dumbass rules. Oh, you can only throw over the first 2 times because the crowd doesn't want to see it. No, what we don't want to see is stupid Angel Hernandez ruining the fucking game. How about that? How you like them apples, Angel? Tell me I'm wrong. Rob Manfred, whatever the fucking commissioner of baseball, come at me and tell me I'm wrong. Maybe let's start doing something about the officials, because you find the baseball players, if they talk shit about the officials, but they can suck ass in front of everybody and no one can say shit. They're paid big money too. You know what? They're professionals. If they're paid the way they can be criticized. Fuck them.
So while you're at it, while you're on Major League Baseball, why don't you just go ahead and hit the WNBA officials?
Yeah, dude.
For not calling travels and not kicking people out of games and letting people get beat up and thrown on the floor and hair pulling and scratching in the face and pushing each other and throwing punches and nothing happens. They get a $400 fine at tops.
Yeah, it's
for the players. But the officials watch people travel all day long. Nothing happens.
Yeah,
it's open season on players right now.
I think that's going to get better. Let's be honest. So if you're the same age as I am, living in the Midwest means you grew up a Bulls fan, probably. Fucking Michael Jordan was awesome. You know, before they won 8 championships, he had Charles Oakley as his, like, bodyguard. No one wanted to fuck with Charles Oakley, right? They traded Oakley to the Knicks. They got Bill Cartwright back, which helped win the championship. But they brought in, that was fine. And then they got Rodman, and then no one touched Jordan again because Rodman, like Oakley, didn't care. Don't mess with him. Don't touch him. Don't even look at him. I'll hit an old man, and that's where Sophia Cunningham's coming in. She's gonna be that kind of enforcer. She's gonna be the one that people are gonna have to watch out for if they want to come at Caitlyn in a way that's not right. Physical play happens. Don't get me wrong. There's a difference between physical play and fucking just straight out fucking intentionally fucking hip checking people from behind.
Yeah, no, I agree. But it's not just happening in one game. It's happening in every
all of them.
game.
All of them. Well,
but I mean, it's worse. It's worse in fever games than most. But the referees won't call normal, basic penalties like traveling or double dribbling.
You're obviously. I hope you're going to show like the Angel Reese, your favorite WNBA player, Angel Reese, on that fast break.
I don't really think I need to show it because then it's
It's just great. It really is. When she twice picks
passes
up the ball with
back
one
and
hand,
forth with 3 different hands. I mean,
yeah, and they're just like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. And like I don't know what to say about Angel Reese. She's just trying to be popular too. That's cool. She's riding on Caitlyn's coattails. That's cool. I get it. Do it. Do you, boo? But fucking A, be decent. She did have 100%. She did have 100% night in the field the other night. She went 1 for 1.
Yeah, she made 2 shots and then 6 field goals.
Free throws, yeah.
I mean free throws, yeah.
So
1 3-pointer, 1 regular shot. And 2 rebounds.
Did you see that?
And they want to fire the coach now.
Honestly, I think that's probably some teammates just not throwing her the ball. That's probably teammates just being like, dude, we're fucking done.
I don't know, but the fans are calling for the coach to be fired because Angel didn't touch the ball enough.
I hate when she doesn't touch the balls enough.
I wouldn't know if she actually does that or not.
I don't know either. But
it's the wrong league to stipulate that, sir.
So yeah, no.
And the wrong month.
So I wish they would just call the shit straight. Call it straight up. Let the best be the best. Call it straight up. Stop being little chicken shit fuckers, you fucking officials. Call it straight up. Let's see who's good.
Now, are we going to have to jump on the NFL too?
I don't think the NFL
seriously,
officials are
not all
bad.
players get same treatment. Not all players get same treatment, though.
No, but I don't think it's as bad, and I don't think it's as obvious. Part of it, I'll admit, part of it is the NFL players themselves. The Bengals linebacker from years ago, Burfect or whatever the fuck his name was, who kept getting personal foul calls. He built himself a reputation as to making illegal hits. So yeah, he probably was watched a little harder, and I bet the officials probably did err on the side of caution with him and said, no, we're going to hit you with the personal foul on that because it might have just looked bad. Might have been 100% legal, but if it looked bad, he had that reputation for being a dirty player. They're going to throw the flag at him. That's one the players earned. When you have everybody coming after you and it gets ignored, then I have a problem with that. But if you're the one headhunting on people and you feel like the officials are picking on you because you're headhunting on people, then that's on you. It's like these stupid kids that, want to act like little shits in school and on the bus and stuff. And then they say, oh, he's targeting me. He's just watching me. He's not leading anybody. He's not watching anybody else. You're right. I'm not watching anybody else to be a little shit because you're being a little shit. You're always being a little shit. So I have no choice but to watch you because you're being a little shit.
Yeah, it's a not me problem runs pretty rampant anymore in society, don't it? Where I didn't do anything wrong. It's the person that's responding to the actions that were done that's the problem.
Or let's be a people leader and blame the people you're supposed to be leading. And then
shouldn't have been standing there.
Tell a bunch of kids, yeah, I've taught you all I can teach you. It's up to you now. You know what? If you've taught all these kids everything that you can teach them, you haven't taught them enough because you don't know enough. It just drives me. Okay, so this has been bothering me here. Here we are, Friday night, watching a baseball game. This team has been shut out the last 2 nights. I think it's the 4th inning, and we are. The team is down 3-0. They have been shut out the last 2 nights. They haven't scored a run, and they're down 3-0. It's like the 4th inning, and they have 6, 7, 8 coming up, right? The number 6 batter gets walked.
All right.
The number 7 batter gets walked. So we're down 3. Team's down 3. Runners at first and second, nobody out. What happens? They bunt. They sacrifice them to second and third when they're down by 3. They give up an out.
Are you still here? I don't think you're still here. I think you left me, sir. I hope he's still talking because that'd be funnier than shit. All right.
Yeah, my phone overheated. It's so fucking hot in here. I'm going outside. Give me a second here.
Okay. I'm not even on the same screen as you, so.
Are you?
No. I'm looking up stuff since you ran away from me.
Oh, all right. Well, I didn't mean to.
It's all good. Probably for the best.
I've seen that screen I've seen that screen before when I'm like, my phone's like sitting on my dash in my car.
Yeah,
but never
with the sun beating on it.
Yeah, but never just sitting in the house. I'm
guessing registration's at 8 a.m. because that's what last year's was, and it's not posted for this year. So okay. I'm guessing it's the same.
That's not gonna work.
Who's not gonna work? I'm not working tonight.
No, I moved again, and now eyes are right in the sun. It's like, that's not gonna work. So I'm trying to get situated so I can, be part of this motherfucker. So you can yell at the camera some more this evening? Yeah. You know what? It's Angry Day. You got Angry West today. That's always a great time. Well, it is for me. Don't bother me at all. Not till tomorrow and I have to edit this motherfucker. Well, you'll have plenty of time to edit it out. I will? How much time do you think I got? I gotta take Dad to the doctor tomorrow. I gotta go to doctor too tomorrow. Are you gonna figure out why your colon is endoscopy? Is that what's going on? Just gonna get a little finger in the butt? That's done. I did that earlier this year. You do that every week. You don't even know. You play pokey butt for fucking fun. Holy shit. It's got you at 0% uploaded. That's outstanding. Yeah, so you're going to have to start over your... for me right now. Yeah, it'll be all right. You're still showing up on my screen. You're blurry, but that always fixes itself in the upload. So, you're going to have to start over your high school story again. All right. So Friday night, watching high school baseball, right? And the team has been shut out the last 2 nights. Hasn't scored a single fucking run. And they are down 3-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Got 6, 7, 8 batters coming up, right? Bottom of the lineup. 6 batter walks, 7 batter walks. So we got first and second, nobody out. 8 batter up. He's walked 2 straight people. What do you think he does first pitch? He bunts. Sacrifice bunts to get guys at second and third. When you're down by 3, giving away an out with the number 9 hitter coming up. Makes total sense. Like, what part of logic? Where is the logic in that? Where did anybody say, because if I'm the pitcher, I'm struggling. I've walked 2 straight people. You're going to give me an out? You're going to give me an out. And then I get to come up against a 9th person, the number 9 hitter, after I've been struggling? Shit, I'm looking at the number 1 hitter with guys still on second and third with 2 outs, still with a 3-run lead. The coach totally misplayed that. And he wants to tell kids that he's taught them all that they need to know, that it's up to the kids now to do the job. You know what? If you can't even do basic baseball scenarios like that, you shouldn't be coaching. How about that? So his philosophy was, try to keep the number 9 hitter out of a double play. Was that what you're thinking he was trying to do? Well, to try to get back to number 1? I have no idea. I can't even make it make sense. Because 8 could have hit in a double play, and then 9 would have been out, and 1 would have had the chance. But here's the thing. Their pitcher just walked 2 guys. You stand up there and take a strike to begin with. You let him throw you balls if he's going to walk you and give up free bases. We didn't even give him the opportunity. We laid down a punt on the first pitch. No, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. I'm just trying to say what the coach's philosophy might have been. Well, or maybe the hitter did what he wanted to do. Too far up his that? No, I don't believe that for a second. Which part's of no? His head isn't too far up his ass, or the batter did what he wanted to do. That was called. The batter did not do what he wanted to do. That was called. So my uncle had a tendency of being removed from behind home plate. Do you have that same issue as being a spectator that's no longer allowed to sit behind the umpires? No, because honestly, I do the scoreboard and announce the game, the PA announcer for the games. They gave you a microphone? They did. but I
That is
behave off the
never a good
microphone.
idea. I don't believe that, sir.
There's only been
Not
one
even a
time
little
I
bit.
there's only been one time I let anything slip, and it was the old microphone and the on-off button stopped working. It was like a slider, and it wouldn't turn off. And so I'd been
Kind of
really
like
good
your
trying to cover it and
opinions.
keep it down. Yeah. So I've been really good trying to keep it down and keep it covered. And one time I got a little animated, forgot, but that was purely
You
a
can't say
mechanical error.
bullshit on the air. Nobody's listening
They
anyway.
don't matter, Donner. Nobody's listening anyways. Yeah.
Oh,
So
and I'm guessing you're in a town where that kind of stuff doesn't matter too much anyway.
I don't know. I get annoyed because it's like, here he is. He thinks it's frustrating to me when that's the type of coaching that our kids are getting. They deserve better than that. These kids, it's their summer break and they're playing baseball. They deserve someone who gives a shit. I don't think he does.
Maybe he just isn't smart enough.
I don't know.
He just maybe he doesn't understand it. Not everybody understands the game to the same level as somebody else.
I don't know if he's just giving up or what. I've been very, very unimpressed this year. It's been sad to watch. The boys are great. I love them. They're great kids. They deserve better.
So why don't you take it over?
Because I can't with my job. Otherwise, I would. If I had the availability, I would love to. I absolutely would love to.
Maybe that's something you try to work towards, to where you can get back into the coaching aspect.
I tell you what, I've coached, I've umpired, I've played, I've announced now. I just love the game. I just love to be around it. And I hate when I see things like that where you think, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah, but how many of those things did we have when we were playing? I mean, honestly.
I don't know.
How the fuck did that shit happen?
I had some pretty good coaches. I really did. I had 2 coaches when I was in high school that from my sophomore, junior, senior year, they both played college baseball. They both knew the game. They were both smart. Good coaches. So most of the coaches around my area were good coaches. A lot of good baseball minds. There was a lot of good baseball playing up there. So it's frustrating me when I see just complete tactical errors like that. Like you're not even thinking about today. That's what kills me. We're not playing for today. We're setting ourselves up for tomorrow. Have some balls, throw your best pitcher against the best teams. Go for some wins you probably don't deserve, because that's the only way you're going to give them. Otherwise, you're just giving up.
See, I didn't have the same thing. I had there was a couple coaches in multiple sports that they were great coaches to other people, but they were not great coaches to me.
Yeah, that happens.
And I've also seen the side of it where after a bit of getting the bad coaching, I made sure I got the bad coaching after that, because I wasn't gonna tolerate the half-ass as well. So I've seen all aspects of it. I've seen the good coaches, the bad coaches, the stupid coaches, the coaches that are probably stuck in a league that they don't deserve to be in. They should be higher up in the world than what they are, and they're just treading water until they can make it there. But
yeah,
people make bad calls all the time, especially in coaching, and parents of all people are horrible at thinking that they know better than what the coaches are. Now, it's a little bit different if you actually know what you're talking about, but
thank you.
Anymore, if you look at the stands and the people that are yelling at the umpires and the coaches, it's just because their baby ain't getting enough playing time.
Yeah.
Or my kid should be pitching, or my kid should be doing this. My kid should be the quarterback. So I'm sure there's a lot of stress there and a lot of pressure from somewhere, but that doesn't excuse making stupid calls from time to time.
Yeah, it's just I've seen enough of this. Just we run and hide from everybody. Our best pitcher is only pitched against like the weakest teams in the conference. We haven't pitched them against the teams that we should be able to compete against if we have a good pitching outing. It's the pansy mentality.
So you're trying to get the easy wins and the mediocre wins, but you're not trying to push the hard level.
Oh, we're not even trying to get the mediocre wins, I don't think.
Going for the bare minimum of what's expected.
Yeah. the hope and a prayer.
That does not sound like a great time, sir.
No, so that's where my frustration's at with that situation, right? So I apologize. I delved into that. That was something I needed to talk about.
Well, you definitely covered your viewpoint on it rather
and I
sharply.
Tell you what, if this was Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, this was just me sitting up and going, whoa. And then Bill would be like, no, I just got mommy issues.
So now that we got the first hour of the podcast that I have to edit out, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
I mean,
it's not that bad.
So I mean, honestly, we talked about the whole Angel Hernandez thing. Like I said, that's killing Major League Baseball. Caitlin Clark is
Major
great.
League Baseball.
She's being treated like shit by the league. The league's never going to be as successful as it could be until they finally, people want to mock and say, oh, there was the Jordan rules. There was the Jordan rules. You know why? Because if they didn't, he would have been slaughtered and the whole public would have never gotten the 90s Jordan Bulls.
Well, you also got to remember that the Pistons had a contract on him.
Yep.
And then you see in the NFL that when yeah.
And
so,
the best thing for
like
the league is making
the Pistons against.
I think we got a bad delay going.
There's got to be.
I try to pause for.
Yeah,
it.
you got a delay going. Yeah.
Yeah. So
well, that's why it's saying you're loading at 0%. So.
Yeah, sweet. So I'll say this. The league needs to take care of Caitlin, not for special treatment purposes, but that's who everybody's there to see. Everybody wants to see Caitlin Clark play. And if you let other teams and other people beat the shit out of her, she's going to spend 2 weeks out injured. And your fucking attendance is going to drop because people aren't going to get the chance to see her. And if you actually want to be paid the same as the NBA players, obviously not by actual dollar for dollar, but for revenue percentage, you need to protect her. You need her to be playing at her best and not be having the shit kicked out of her. And that's where the WNBA needs to step up and be like, listen, we're going to start fucking protecting her. And not because she's weak and she needs it, but because the league needs it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do it for all of them that are getting beat up right now, too. I mean, it's not just one person. I mean, she's getting beat up the hardest. They're attacking a lot of the new players because they're outplaying them. The old school players can't keep up with them, so they're just physically beating the shit out of them.
Yeah, and it's the new players that the people are watching because they're fun to watch. If the league
and the older
wants
players,
if
they just jump on board, would be fine if they'd start making a name for themselves. Yeah.
Yep. The league needs to protect the people.
But it's not working out that way.
That's because the league is giving in to the veterans like Diana Taurasi, who don't want to see the new guard fucking succeed because they're selfish. She cares about herself. That's it.
Well, then you even have the retired players that are pushing the older players, trying to get them to attack because they don't want their records touched.
Yep. Here's
Cheryl Stoops is a great example of that.
People need to realize that that's the way that it goes. Most of these records aren't going to be around forever. Baseball has some records that are just stupid, okay? Cal Ripken Jr. and his consecutive games played, people will never do that again. It's not going to happen, right? The complete games in a season record, not going to happen. The game has changed. But the points per game, home runs per season, all those records are only going to go up because what do you and I want to see? We want to see offense. I don't give a shit if you can box somebody out.
Well, they're also adding more games. What I want to see
is people score.
You're going to get more games per season.
Absolutely. NFL's already going to 17.
And when you up the games per season,
they go to 18.
Yeah. And all the records that have already been broken in the NFL at 17 are going to get destroyed by 20 games this season.
I don't think we'll get to 20, but we'll get to 18.
We'll get to 20 once they try to get that damn playoff season in there.
Well, yeah, if you want to.
I mean, they're trying to put the playoffs in.
But those don't count for the records.
No, but they count for a longer season by another 2 months.
Yeah, well, and what's sad is the NBA is 82 games. But I think they had to put in place a rule talking about not allowing players to have so many healthy scratches where they just don't play. Like, say there's back-to-back away games, they won't play one. And the NBA is like, no, we can't let fucking LeBron not play 2 nights in a row. That's where we are. That's where we're at as a society. You play 82 nights a year, playoffs, preseason. You got to take nights off because you're traveling, and that's your job. You make $40 million a year. You expect me to feel
he's got to
bad for you because
rest
you need a night off.
and make sure that if I don't play well, that you punish my teammates for not playing well.
Yeah, I think one of the better stories I ever heard was there was a guy that was talking about Kobe Bryant and how he was excited because he went to watch the Lakers, and at his, I think he might, I don't know where he was at, Philadelphia. It was a away Lakers game, and Kobe was hurting. He was, older at the time, and he was hurting, but he went out and played anyways. And Kobe said, "What would I tell the kids that bought the tickets in the upper deck to come watch me if I just didn't play tonight?" That's a guy who understood that.
See,
the
that's
league
a
is more
Jordan
than him.
story.
That's a guy who knows that the league is more
Jordan
than just
story.
him. Well, I heard about Kobe too. I think Kobe went to see Jordan, and I think that's where Kobe got that attitude from. And that's people that care more about the league than they do themselves, because they know if the league succeeds, they're going to succeed.
Yeah, you have to put the league before yourself in 90% of the situations, especially when it comes to getting your ass on the court, the field, or whatever it is to play. I mean, you can't just be a part-time player and expect to be the best there ever is.
Well, and it's
if you fall down for no reason.
So like the NFL right now is looking to change the playoff seeding, where if you win your division, you're not guaranteed a home game, because like the Chiefs last year didn't need to go out and win a game. They had the number 1 seed, right? So they played fucking nobody against the Broncos. And they were mad because that was a national televised game, and they didn't do shit because they didn't play anybody. And that's where all the NFL money comes from.
What the fuck were they doing scheduling the fucking shit that late in the season anyway? When the schedule's like that, when you can change which teams televised.
Well, they the teams can protect people or games, so I don't think they could change it at that point. And it's one of those deals.
No, they can change which one they're going to put on national TV. They can change the games depending on what the schedules are and what the standings are. They do it all the time if there's a 2 losing team.
This was like a prime time game, and you could only change them, like you had to call it like 3 weeks in advance that they were going to change it. It wasn't like changing like a 4 p.m. to a 1 p.m. game. Anyways, the league is trying to protect.
I don't know. I know they do it. I know they do it when they put out teams at the beginning of the season, right? And then the teams play like shit that are supposed to be good, and they yank it and put 2 different teams in.
Yeah,
you should be able to do that in the last 2 weeks of the season.
You can flex it out, but you got to give like 3 or 4 weeks advance notice that you're flexing it. You can't just decide like the week before, hey, we need to make a change. They don't allow that.
Not on Monday night. They do it on every other time.
Well, not
on which one they're going to actually televise.
Can't do it. They can't do it Sunday night. They can't do it Monday night.
Yeah, probably not Sunday night and Monday night. Yeah.
They can't do it Thursday night. I mean, they can flex things in and out, but you got to call that shit like 3 weeks out. You got to say, hey, we're changing. Because that happened to the Browns this year. The Browns were supposed to play the Bengals on Thursday night, I think it was, and ESPN said, no, we want this game instead. And that's how the shit works. Be good if you want to play on national TV.
I'll agree with you on the Sunday, Monday, and Thursday nights, but when it's the 2 afternoon games, they just choose different people to show.
Yeah.
No, you didn't specify it was a Monday or a Sunday night, so
yeah, it's the prime time game.
That would throw it off. Yeah, I've had my my fill of pro sports for a while. And their bullshit that they're doing.
Now, once again, that's just the league has to protect the league. And that's what the WNBA needs to do.
I agree with that.
Protecting Caitlin Clark. That's what MLB needs to do with fucking getting rid of some of these bullshit umpires.
I definitely agree with that part of the aspect of it. The pro sports and what they're doing recently hasn't been the best for the fans by any means. I mean, they're trying to make...
It's all about the TV contracts. It's all about the TV contracts. You look at the NFL, everything is about the TV money, because that's where all the money's coming from. They don't give a shit about the fans. They give a shit about making sure TV's happy, because if TV's happy, they're happy.
No, I agree with that everything is driven by money anymore. Like, anywhere you go, even all the way down to the Pee-wee leagues and the up-and-coming leagues, the high schools. Whoever has the most money, their kids are the ones to play. So I get it. Definitely a lot different than when we were, well, money wasn't really the driver on who got to play when we were kids. Sometimes, if the coach's kids or, one of the prominent people in the school wanted their kid to do something, they're the ones who got to start, regardless of their talent. So, and that's pretty much what we're looking at everywhere else as well. All right, man, I'm going to hit the bathroom real quick, and I will be back.
All right.
And maybe you can find some internet.
Yeah.
All right. We seem to have lost Wes, a.k.a. the Flounder, for the rest of the podcast. His phone was having issues and overheating, and he lost some his internet connection. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of the podcast, and we will basically show you a little bit about what I was talking about being down at Big Bend National Park and what we were looking at down there. So this video I'm going to share starts streaming from the cabin that we were staying at, and anybody that's into Jeeps and stuff like that and even thinking about going to Big Bend would definitely want to take a look at this. So we will throw it in real quick and move that out of the way. At least we got some decent music playing for the duration of it. But if you look around, there is absolutely nothing near the cabins that we were staying at. You got to bring everything you need with you because you can't really find anything else. So all those storage units over there, no idea what was in them, but this is the main lodge to the cabins that we had back there, and they had basically electricity and about 6 beds in them and nothing else. Which I could throw up pictures of that, but
yes, and that's what we into. I remember.
Definitely like the songs though. So I was trying to find the actual Black Gap road trip video that I had, but it is not in the in this computer. I'll have to go pull it up other files. So Terlingua, Black Gap, if you look on a map, is that little toe that sticks out between El Paso and San Antonio on the bottom of the Texas map. It was definitely beautiful.
It's called Frosty Dinghy, and I'm the dolphin, and you're the flounder.
Well, I guess. I think it should be Dr. Parker, but